Hello everybody, it's Diane back again with more fall, autumn theme tags. You may remember we just did these. You may remember I was talking about charms that had been on candles. Well, these are the tags that were on the candles. And as I was going through that bag of stuff, I'm naturally saying, wow, I should make this into a tag. So I pulled these plates and this off that same paper as the last tags that's shrinking. And then this tag, as you can see, is much more narrow. Isn't that cool? Is that picking up? That was a neat photo. So I was just trying to find something to put on it, and I found this squirrel, so I think we're going to run it this way. So what are you going to do about all that writing and stuff? Report back and let me know. You know, I could kind of leave the pumpkins if I wanted. I don't want the candle company name and that. I could cut paper, try to cut paper to fit in the scallop. I could paint over it. I could maybe just put in paper. It doesn't have to be a perfect match. I don't know. So that's where we are. This probably wouldn't look right. No. Maybe with the squirrel paper. No, too light. Doesn't show up. No, I don't like it with that. Okay. I could just cover it with craft. Well, it's not an exact match. Let's keep hunting for pattern paper. Here's craft with writing on it. Oh, that's kind of pretty. Yeah, I don't know. I've never used a tag, a package tag that I didn't just paint over it or just put paper over the whole thing, that I was trying to preserve edges. So this is tricky. No, too busy. Okay, we don't want busy. We don't want light. We don't want craft that's slightly off. That's okay. That's okay. Well, what do you think? It's kind of neat. Uh, let's grab a couple other choices just to see. Are there better choices? Well, it would stand out better on something like that. This is probably too funky, but let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yowza, yeah. Okay, I think something like that, and then we can add flowers or whatnot. Okay, this one. Isn't this cool? This has this burlap stuff attached to it. So this I just cut to fit on there, and I think that's sort of, good to go. But since we have this fabric back here, do we want to add, I mean, I would do something with it. I grabbed fabric I have that has fall, yeah, it's sort of a mix. It's, pears, leaves falling, acorns, and then snowflakes, and a bear in snow. So I'm not sure what they're trying to tell us, but at any rate, if there's something that would fit on there, we could glue it to the other side. I like that tree. Let's see. Or do we like the one with the leaves falling? I don't know, Diane. You're off camera almost. Which one? Maybe this? Because it's in more. Let me grab my fabric scissors. Should cut better, but I noticed these are getting a tad dull at the end. Oh, that's pretty good. Actually, those acorns would be nice too. I need more I need more tags from old candles. And in case you missed the prior video, it was a relative of mine that saved this stuff off candles she bought, but never used it, so she gave it to me. Yeah, that's cute. I'll, kind of trim around it. And that's an idea for anybody making tags. I mean, I don't have that eyelet stuff or grommets or whatever they are, but if you do, you could put a piece of fabric on the back. Isn't that neat? All right, let me pause and glue this stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I think what I'm going to do is just take a section of the paper and then try to cover that with paint and match it. Okay, come back and see how well a job I did or not. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. I did paint over the words there. It's not perfect, but it's good. It did what I wanted. The plates are not glued down, as you can see. The scrap of paper is. I glued that paper to that tag, and I lost the squirrel. It was here, 2 seconds ago when I went to get the phone and the camera. I come back, and he had run away. Oh, here he is. You sneak. Okay. I put that tree on this. I'm not overly thrilled. We'll discuss. I did cut a pumpkin out for this. I thought it was a little plain up there, so let's put that there. I did ink those edges on that tag. Okay. Okay. You must admit that looks a little cheesy, a little like, yeah, your third grader came home and said, look what I did at school today. So to further that look, I thought about putting a bird in one of the branches, on one of the branches. I like the owl. I don't know if it's a tad large. What color? What's on the front? Well, any of them would be okay. I don't think I'd do the yellow. Well, let's try orange. Well, here, we'll use this one right here. They are different. Wow, how interesting. That one's printed. See, the tummy is printed different. Okay, I'm not going to fussy cut it in case I really don't like it. Okay. I still think it looks a little something. I was thinking, let's put a washi or a ribbon or something there. Here's my narrow washi. This might be good. And I'm going to leave that blank. I don't know what I'm going to do with these, if I'm going to keep them or, put them in future journals or something. But at any rate, I thought somebody could write on the back of that as a journal card, or I could use these for gift tags too. La 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 la. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Okay. All right, that's good. I don't know. The front. You know, it's kind of dull just because it's so flat. But I don't know what else you do with it. And I am going to put a tie or something in the top. So let's move on. Okay, these. I thought of putting a word on. I think that would be really nice. I can't come up with a word. This is that Tim Holtz stuff. I don't know. What I have left here is I'm sorry, Mr. Holtz. It's a little hokey for me. I don't know if there's anything in here that goes with. Well, I get, these don't have to be fall. That's what I sort of started out with, but they're not looking so fallish. This is what family looks like? No. Practice kindness? Well, duh. Let it go. Um, I have these. I looked in a book I'm cutting up. I didn't see anything in that. I thought of, well, I have a printer. Print out your own words. I couldn't think of anything without, running to a thesaurus. Well, gratitude isn't too bad. Something sweet or just sweet's not so bad. And these are the ones I can never cut out straight. I don't know what it is. And I know that, so I'm not even trying to be straight right now. Or trying to cut straight. Okay. Neat. I guess other people do say that. I thought I was the only one left on the planet that still said that. Um, heart you. Uh, how about timeless? For anybody that was here for my ITS and IT apostrophe S rant, you probably know that heart you does not thrill me much. Okay, pretend those are nice and perfect and probably inked around. I think we could definitely use other stuff. Really, Diane? Yes, really. All right. Flowers? What do you think? Flowers or... And then I probably would tie twine around or something like that. I can't get at my flowers. Well, something smallish, I would say. Oh, here's leaves. Maybe we could use that on the squirrel. Yeah, actually, those are kind of pretty. Oh, there's blue. All right, let's see what that would do. Because you all want to sit and watch me cut out these little tiny leaves, right? I can hear you saying that now. Oh, that's fine. All right, get lost. Actually, it's kind of nice. A couple leaves, some twine. I was thinking, as long as we're all here, I know I have this yarn. It's like a, I don't know what you would call it. Okay, we're a day later and a storage cleared. My storage got full, or filled up, and so the camera shut off. So we lost a little bit of the previous segment, but not too much. Don't worry about it. Overnight, however, I decided this squirrel image was not proper for this. You could do it, but I don't know, that's a real photo enhanced somehow. And the squirrel's very whimsical, so I just put it on a piece of cardstock, and that's done. Well, those are all done. I'll show you in a minute. So I have to do this. This is what was left, you know, from the squirrel. So I think that's actually pretty cool. That's Alice in Wonderland. That was a Graphic 45. Came out with that a few years ago. A couple years ago, I don't know. I don't see a date. Oh, 2016. Get with it, Diane. Any rate, it was an Alice in Wonderland meets Halloween type thing. So I like that quite a bit. And I thought, what about this? Or Curiouser on the bottom, one or the other. Well, I think Curiouser because this green matches so well, I don't think it's going to show up. Wow, 2016? I don't know, is that a sign of old age or being overly busy or something? I do really lose track of like the years. I don't know. Okay, that's pretty good. I would say we need a little something up there. A bat. So this one's going Halloween. Was I clear on that? No, you weren't clear on anything, Diane. You don't even know what year it is. This is my Halloween box. That's why it's so yucky. Does anybody believe that? I think those are a little large. That's not bad though. Well, actually, cat face like the Cheshire Cat. I really like that idea, but I think they're too big. A bat, those are too big though. Too whimsical. One or two of these might be nice. Well, should we chit chat and draw this video out even longer, or should I pause? I hate to pause. Well, how about I have cicadas / locusts buzzing behind me outside. And I didn't hear them too much all summer. And now this last week when it's been cooler, I hear them more. That's very bizarre. It's curiouser and curious. We like to tie things in around here. Okay, that's pretty good. Do we want to? Not really, because we don't want you to cut another one out. Well, there's really not room up there if I put one down here. What about one of these darker ones? Here. This one's taller. Actually, the paper's pretty cool, and then it has lighter ones on the back. It's black and white backgrounds. And I think I mentioned this once, but I almost didn't buy this paper because they're so small, but I've used it a lot. Isn't that interesting? That happens to me a lot. Sometimes I see scrapbook paper that says, oh, it's so cool, you know, you just have to have it. So I buy it, and then it sits and sits and sits. And then stuff I think, I don't know. I use it a lot. Just because I'm wrong about everything, I guess. You know, George Costanza is always wrong. So Jerry says, well, if you do the opposite then of what you think, then you'd always be right, right? Maybe I should do that. And had I not found something to match, I could have just covered over that paper. That was not a big deal. But I did. Lucky for me. But no, that kind of crossed my mind even yesterday while I was working on this stuff. And it's like, well, so what? I mean, what am I going to really do with these anyway? Put them in a box? I might set a couple around for decoration. I don't have too many fall birthdays to use as gift tags, but at any rate, you know, so who cares? But no, the more I thought about it overnight, it was like, it just doesn't match. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't live with myself. No, we don't know how you live with yourself anyway, right? So tonight, when I'm going to sleep, I don't have to think, I should really change that squirrel tag. All these problems. I will say, when I try to fall asleep, I do specifically try to think of my craft stuff instead of all my problems, so that's okay. All right, would this yarn look good in that as a tie? It's okay. It's a little thick. And I know some people put it in the other way from the back. I always do it this way. Whatever you like. Okay, and since this is yarn, I'm now going to knot the ends so it doesn't unravel over time. Of course, if you tie it to a package or something, that's not such a big deal, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. So, okay. You know, you should have inked the edges before you did that. Yeah. You want to think about that before you go to sleep? No. Okay, I think I like this better than the squirrel anyway. And I got to use some cool paper or images. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Does it need something? Yeah, I know what it needs. Either punch stars or star sequins, which are nowhere around here. I'm going to do that on my own. This video is getting way too long for what it is. I'm going to punch or put a couple star sequins on this. Isn't that great? Okay. And then here's the squirrel, you know, squirrel version number 2. And then this one, this is scraps of embroidery floss in the tie. I don't think I did anything different to the front. And then the back, the fabric. I put the owl on. I put some cheesecloth around to sort of conceal that cut edge, and it still looks sort of like, you know, a grade school project. You cut out fabric and just slapped it on something. So I put some paper leaves in. I think that helps. I'm not overly thrilled with this, but it's okay. It's neat. And then somebody could still write on the back. And I still maintain that's a cool idea to put fabric on the back, and you don't have to decorate it. And then these three turned out fine. I put twine in the holes. I did cut out those leaves, and then I added stems with a Sharpie because there was no way I was going to cut out the stem. I put cheesecloth under the word, and then added a few rubber stamps in brown. I didn't want it to stand out too much. I think these are actually pretty cute. Those are just blank on the back. Okay, some more tags, sort of fall themed, one Halloween with stars that are coming. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great day.